Chelsea edged Liverpool in a very, very tight game at Stamford Bridge. So, Buddy's happy today. Welcome back to another episode of Bolaki Podcast. How you feeling? You first of all, you won your championship on Thursday in your
Yeah.
actual team,
It. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and
No,
then
it was
so
a real.
congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Don't leave
you.
me hanging.
Oh yeah, for sure. You already know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was an experience for sure. It teed us up for. I mean, honestly, what was a great, thrilling week of football for me. I
Mm.
mean, between the Champions League tie and with Jose coming back to the bridge, and then
Mm-hmm.
obviously my personal glory winning the championship of my under
League.
30 co-eg league is big, and then also obviously the piece de resistance, which is the win over Liverpool at the bridge. So
Yeah, big week for you. Congratulations.
yeah,
You want to get into it straight up?
let's do it.
Let's do it. It was a. I mean, when you saw a back two pairing of Badleshil and Achipong, tell me, how did you feel?
I mean, going into the game, we knew. I think we discussed it last week.
Yeah.
It was gonna be a pairing, a center back pairing of necessity without Chaloba or Fafana available. Um, I personally, when it comes to Badiashile and Disasi, I've ruled my judgment. I don't really think there's many redeeming qualities, but
Mm,
the difference between Disasi and Badiashile are Badiashile has a he has the random rare 8
moment.
out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 game in him.
Mm-hmm.
When he first came to the club, he didn't even think about things. He was just hit the ground running and he was successful. I think I was under Graham Potter originally, but
Mm-hmm.
he slowly started to become error prone. So I was really happy to see him, you know, put in a performance like that when we needed it the most.
The most, yeah.
And Josh, 19 years old, I think,
Mm-hmm.
very strong, very tall, physical, very raring to go lad. But I don't believe, playing as a center back is something that he was comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
or something that he had much experience with, let alone against Liverpool. So to see that happen and see them play well, generally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I was very proud.
Yeah, very proud. Very. I'm sure you were, because I'm surprised that they're able to cope. And one thing that shocked me was Reese played right back, and
Mm-hmm.
Gusto played as the eight, double six, double pivot. Actually, it was more of an eight because he was going for with Caicedo sitting for the most part, apart from his goal, of course, and Enzo playing more of the 10 role, but he was playing more of a left 10 role. Um, Cooks on left back,
Mm-hmm.
Garnacho starting on the left, Neto on the right, and João Pedro up top. And for Liverpool, same old, starting with, apart from Conor Bradley, actually starting with
Mm.
Van Dijk and Konate, what's his name? Kirkez, Grav, Zobo, McAllister. Gakpo came back to start, Isak, and Salah. And I think one of the things that not Liverpool, Chelsea did very well was in their build up, they wasted no time getting the ball to the wings. Like when they got the ball, it was two touch for the most part for their midfielders, and they got the ball out wide to play 1v1 as fast as they could every single time. And obviously, because Salah is who he is, they went forward more on Cucurella's side because Salah wasn't tracing back, and that's how obviously Esteval's winner came.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting to see Reece start as right back, but when I watched the game, it made sense because Reece is much better 1v1
I mean,
than 1v1 and off the ball defending than Gusto. And we saw that when Achipong and I think it was Achipong. No, wait, who went first? I think it was Badly Shield that went first, and it was Achipong and Reese that played in the middle in the center back pairing, and Gusto went back to the right back, and he switched off, and that's how Gakpo scored.
yeah, Gusto. Yeah, I mean, watching Gakpo's run, it was kind of sneaky, but at the same
Hmm.
time, you just have to be turned on
Yeah,
in that position. I think starting Gusto in the midfield as opposed to Reese was, and making sure that they're both on at the same time was
yeah.
a risk by Enzo, but it paid off. It was something that we were, you there were so many fullbacks on the pitch at
Yep.
that time that um, I was just like, this is one of our best positions, but at the same time, can they all do a job? I have no doubt on where Reese can play. I know he's effective
Yeah,
wherever on that back
yeah.
line, but and alternatively, he could have done a job at defensive mid. He did that at Wigan for a season as well. But
Hmm.
one of the things I noticed about Liverpool after reviewing the game is, I mean, first and foremost, like you said, there was a lot of pressure on those fullbacks
Yep.
immediately. I mean,
Immediately.
Garnacho had a pretty good game, looked threatening and raring to go in the beginning. We would bomb forward and cross it in and try and beat them at that back post as much
Hmm.
as possible. Just kept knocking on the door. I think Connor Bradley got hooked at halftime.
Yeah.
Just they wanted to shake things up, and shortly after, I think Kirkes came off for Robertson,
Yeah.
so who wound up you know
Falling
getting
asleep.
beat on that
Yeah.
back post. But one of the things about Caicedo's goal and how Liverpool was lining up and matching up, I kind of noticed as I watched an analysis earlier. They kind of match up against against teams like 1v1. It's almost
Hmm.
1v1 every player across the entire pitch. But their center back pairings, it's usually Konate and Van Dijk who at this point in their career, Van Dyke kind of, they always say you can't dribble past him, but that
Yeah.
has a lot to do with the fact that
He stays.
he
He
stays
doesn't.
back
He doesn't
and
bite.
he
Yeah.
backtracks. And this season we've watched Konate kind of be invited to take a little bit more of uh,
Initiated. Yeah.
the role instead of being like
The
the
Vidic.
yeah, exactly, instead of being Robin, he's now being asked to kind of be the Batman
Yeah.
in the position. Van Dyke's getting a little bit old,
Hmm.
but with that, and both of them kind of backpedaling, not really stepping up, that created a situation where, I mean, everybody is 1v1 except for Caicedo. He was able to, move up the field with the ball, beat his man McAllister and finish
Beautiful.
stupendously
Beautiful
with
goal.
both of them backing up.
Yeah.
Nobody really stepping up to invite to take down the man who's coming forward with the ball. So this isn't the first time that's happened to Liverpool either this season.
All Van Dyke.
Hmm It's kind of and I think you look at the game this past weekend, Salah and Van Dijk, who are top earners, both I mentioned it over the summer. Like there is a cliff.
Yep.
Father Time is undefeated, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that, and a little bit of growing pains in terms of losing Louis Diaz, uh,
Trent.
losing Trent.
Trent
You
especially. I
know,
feel like.
he cannot be replaced, but Diogo Jota as well. It's that was a you need. If he had his druthers about it, I'm sure on the slot would not have made those replacements. Some of those, but I think Luis Diaz wanted to go.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, he wanted the peas. Nunez was invited to leave,
Hmm.
um, and so it's a lot to replace at
At
once,
once.
and everybody's saying Arsenal's the favorite now, but it's October, so
Barely
yeah,
October.
it's October, and
Yeah. It's barely October.
this game was a big paradigm switch. Yeah, I don't want to read too much into it, but there's a power dynamic shift in the
Yeah.
sense that Liverpool's now 3 games on the bounce, losing.
Losing.
Chelsea
Just came out of a
came
three
out of
game losing.
came of that. I remember I was talking very ominously about how long is this period going to last. I couldn't be more proud of the tactics that Enzo
Hmm.
Maresca put on display today. I think or not today, but this weekend. I think it's a signature win.
It's a very big win. I think it's a very big win. It was one of those things where I think with the calendar year that Chelsea has had, with the signature wins, I think the only signature game that they lost was Bayern. But the signature wins that they've had, they've proven to me at least that they can do a job in big games.
Yeah.
I think this was a big game performance to them. I wanted to mention something about how it was, how much of Van Dijk's fault that goal
Mm,
was. It was. I mean, for some reason, I think shout out to Gusto because he played a nice little one touch pass that set Caicedo
yep.
off. I think what messed Van Dijk up was Neto's run inside um, Kirkez. Kirkez did have his man, and Reece James wasn't coming to like overlap or anything, if I remember correctly. But
Hmm.
I think Van Dijk kind of underestimated Caicedo's
Yeah.
shooting. I think because he's done this. I mean, everybody knows he's been doing this for a couple of times. It's the United game against Sancho. There was one goal that James Milner was yelling at him.
Yeah.
There was the obviously the Champions League final against my boys when Caicedo. I mean, not Caicedo. Valverde crossed the ball and he was doing the same
Yeah.
thing. So I think, I mean, people do give him a lot of stick for doing the shadow marking thing. I think most of the time he's doing it correctly, but there's just that one two times where he does it wrong and it's like
Right.
usually
It's
on a
blatant.
very
Yeah.
big scale. um but I thought that was I thought he underestimated Valverde in these situations. um you also mentioned Salah was 1v1 a lot. He was 1v1 a whole lot. And I feel like sometimes towards the end, he was trying to, like, I think Gakpo was kind of visibly upset a few times, and Curtis Jones, where he was, because Cucurella was cheating, I mean, exploiting the space behind him. He found himself 1v1 against Valiashil, against Cucurella, against Hato when he came on.
Hmm.
And maybe apart from one time in the first half where he did the outside of foot cross for Isak that he missed the header, nothing else. Like
Yeah.
there was even in the second half when Verts came in, I feel like they missed Verts in the first half. Ironically, I know that he's been.
I mean, we're still we've been missing him for a couple
I
of
know. To
months.
be fair, I mean he hasn't done anything in terms of productivity, but I think he's still doing some work, just not 100 and whatever million worth yet, but he's doing some work. And you saw
Hmm.
like immediately he came on, he had a nice little pass to um, Salah on here that Kukurea closed
Okay.
down. But I don't know what's going on with Salah. I think that actually I do know what's going on with Salah. It's just age. I think it's just that cliff that you mentioned, and I think that he needs to simplified again. I feel like I'm watching my club, Vinny, do this, where after you have a bad run of form, you just go back to simple stuff, then build up again. But I mean, I don't. I'm not writing him off, but I'm just pointing the obvious. From the beginning of the season,
Hmm.
it's been scary grounds. But impressive. You said like one thing you said towards the end. It was how many fullbacks at the
Yeah.
back four?
Four.
Four
Four
fullbacks at the back
fullbacks.
four, and they still didn't. There wasn't a nervy moment. Liverpool didn't have a shot on target in the first half.
Yeah. I think there was maybe like 15 minutes in the second half after after we conceded that they looked kind of raring to go. Maybe like they looked up for it, but by and large, for large swaths of that game, we. I mean, I don't. I mean, we scored early, kind of set the tone, held on for, you know, we were ahead for the large portion of the game,
Yeah,
conceded, and then nipped it at the end. Um, everybody just thought Liverpool was going to do what
but they
they've
shoot.
done.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the game, we played better than them.
Yes, I think so.
And tactically, we were better.
I think so.
It's the second time they've lost at Stamford Bridge in a row. Um, it's a hard ground for them to collect points at, and they don't look Liverpool this season don't look as settled as they have last season,
No, for
and
sure,
like it's just look nervy.
for sure,
So
for sure. And I think that the last 2 points I wanted to bring up was Esteval's goal.
mhm.
Personally, for me, while I mean, obviously it's easy to root for the kid, but that ball in behind was on all game.
Yeah, maybe 10, maybe 5. Yeah,
That ball to the back post was on all game, and I don't think Neto is a very, very good winger. I don't think he has that nose
Yeah,
for
I
that.
can't finish like that.
Yeah, to be there is 80% of the job. Like just being
Yeah.
that right there, I don't think that is his game. He has other great qualities, and you can see Estevar just has that those things you can't teach. Well, you
Yeah.
can't teach, I guess, but he comes. It
It's a little
obviously
bit of
comes naturally.
magic. He can finish clinically.
Hmm.
I mean, he's like got that little bit of Vinny in him.
Yeah.
Pedro Neto's a great winger in terms of the effort that he's putting
Yes.
in,
Running
tenacity,
at you
all that stuff. But
for sure.
for the price, 65 million. I don't regret the player. I'm glad he's at our club for what he does and what he contributes. But you kind of want that
Yeah.
finishing product. Esteval was a $29 million player, so you know it's it's kind of it's. I'm happy we have Esteval and Neto, especially without Palmer for what looks to be at least in the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Um, and Estevan, I mean, he came in lively. There was uh, a shot that he saved. I think it was maybe going wide, but forced Mamadashvili for a save. There's another cross he gave for Enzo that hit the post. So he did quite a bit in
oh yeah,
such little time, 15 minutes maybe.
oh man,
Um, drawing a save, creating a chance that hit the post, and then scoring the winner
yeah,
in 15 minutes. That's some impact.
it was electric, man.
Lastly, and I have a question for you, and I have a question for you guys.
Oh yeah.
I think that Ekitike should be starting for Liverpool. What do you think?
I mean, I think I've mentioned on this show a few times how integral, how important um, a spring training is, and being able to train with your club over the summer. Excuse
Mm-hmm.
me, spring, summer training. Being able to train with your team over the summer after being
Preseason.
signed, just a preseason. Whether it be actual fixtures or just being able to. I mean, and Isak didn't get any of that. It was a
Mm-mm.
deadline day type of thing, last minute transfer rather, and it's very obvious that he's out of fitness a bit. It was a brilliant assist. Don't get me wrong.
Actually,
I don't know if
that
he
that
intended.
no, heck no, he didn't intend to do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if he
He was trying
intended
to. I know.
for himself.
I know what he was trying to do. He
Yeah,
was trying to bring it down.
yeah, he's trying to do it for himself, but yeah, there's no way. He doesn't look nearly as sharp as Ekatike has. If it's off of merit, the return. There hasn't been a return that much. Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
think he scored once in the EFL
Yeah,
Cup.
in the FL Cup
Uh,
and that assist.
yeah, so yeah, I just think it's going to be a while till you see, not a while, but it's going to take some time till you see the best of him in a red shirt. Um, just because they've got a lot of different pieces
Mm.
that need to gel.
To
It'd be
cook.
one thing if it was like, hey, we just signed Isak, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
No, you signed like Frimpong, Kirkes, Verts. I mean, just player
Ekitike.
Ekatike, players all over all over the gap.
Mama's that's really.
Mamashvili, yeah.
That I mean, they
Shout out.
spent some money, man.
They did. I got into it yesterday with some of my Liverpool friends. They were just talking about 75 charges, all that stuff about
Oh,
Liverpool, about Chelsea and
Chelsea.
whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, they quite simply this past transfer window they tried to buy the league. Liverpool tried to buy the league,
It
and
never works, does
it
it?
never works. It's never that simple. Um, and yeah, it's just in regards to the Chargers, Man City has 115, and I think we self-reported, so that's another thing there. One last thing I wanted to mention: if Romeo Lavia can stay healthy
Oh
this
yes,
season,
that his
um,
cameo was. He was involved. Actually, everybody was involved for Esteval's
yeah,
goal, but
everybody touched it.
his first of all, Caicedo's pass into him,
Yeah,
and he release to.
that game made me very happy because I mean Romeo Lavia, Jude Bellingham, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. Those are all midfielders that Liverpool pursued and decided to do something else. And after winning the title and being successful and watching some of those players that I just mentioned kind of struggle a little bit, they're very happy about their midfield of Endo, Gravenberg, and
McAllister and
Maka. Yeah, the
Zobo.
McAllister payment over the Caicedo payment. I think when you look at it now in the cold hard day of light, um, Caicedo's a
Nah,
world class talent.
he's cold.
Top three: Rodri, Rice, and Moises.
I'll throw in my boy Trameni. Trameni is playing out of his skin right now. I'll throw him in there.
Okay,
I'll throw him in there. No, hey, you see it in champs. Don't
okay,
worry.
okay.
You see it in champs. Hey, you
Those
guys let him know.
those
He obviously know
three.
what you.
It's those three that I just
Wait. You
mentioned.
said Rice?
I said Declan Rice
As a midfielder period or as a holding?
as a midfielder right now in the Prem.
Oh, in the
Who
Prem.
yeah,
Okay.
those are the top three. You just added Aurelian for
For
because you
vibes.
wanted to be included.
For
But
vibes.
those three, barring Rodri's injury, are a cut above everybody else. And I think Gravenberch is a good midfielder, but
Nah.
I think there's different gravy when you talk about the three that I just mentioned, and Endo and all of them. Like there's a difference. There's a difference,
I,
and I think it's a
I,
weak spot,
I will
except for the
say.
fact that they got Wirtz.
I will say Gravenberch is a bloody good
Good
midfielder.
midfielder. Good. I'm
Uh,
not saying he's bad.
Tonali is a good midfielder, and Bruno G, but maybe a tier
Okay,
below.
so yeah, I think Enzo Caicedo on their own, let alone adding Lavia and Santos, is potentially one of the best midfield pairings in the league. Has potential. Has potential. Potential.
Woo!
Potential.
Pump the
No,
brakes.
I mean,
Like Caicedo by himself, no. Like there's no debate. I think he's the best
I think the pairing
in
of the
your league.
two. I think the pairing of the two right now offers more than a Bruno G and a Tonali. I think it offers more than whatever Manchester United is trying to figure out. I think it offers more than what Liverpool has to offer right now.
Right now, for
I
sure.
think Arsenal, you've got Odegaard and Rice and
Zubimendi and
Zubimendi.
Rice will be
Okay,
the
Zubimendi and Rice,
pretty good.
pretty good. I think their depth is what makes them so formidable. But I said what I said.
Okay.
I'm not going to make excuses or reasons. That's how I feel off of what I've seen. And
Mhm.
I think if Lavia comes into the mold as
Mold.
well, I think that's this. I mean, it's money it's not cheap, but well invested.
All these old City players that people are signing from Latvia to Palmer to
Tosin,
Tosin to even brought in Sancho for a bit
mm,
to Rory the Lap
yeah,
to Gittins.
final gains, yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
anyway, we'll see.
I
Well,
mean,
that was go ahead.
it's. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne. That's all I have to say. I don't feel
For that
any
one guy,
type of feeling of
Musala
sorry.
too, but
Yeah,
for
no,
City
yeah, City.
specifically, yeah,
Musala's whatever. I mean, that's something that at the time, sure. I wish it went differently, but he had to become a man. He had to go
yeah,
to Roma. He had to, yeah,
Fiorentina, yeah,
he had to do a whole thing.
yeah.
So,
But anyway, well, that was the IQ deep dive. Congratulations
excuse
again.
me, Fiorentina. Excuse me. Yeah.
Um, Congratulations again on all your three victories since the last time we spoke.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You found something?
Nothing.
Oh,
Just up next, big tests for both teams. We
mm-hmm.
got Ange Postecoglou's
Forest.
Forest. Liverpool has Man United and Ruben
That's
Amorim.
that's it.
Um,
Listen, I think if anyway, United kind of turn up for big games, but also Liverpool have a history of embarrassing them back to back.
yeah,
So
and they're upset too.
it might be it might be ugly. If they do that nonsense, I think it will be another 3-0 like City.
Yeah.
If when I say that nonsense, I mean United do that their current formation. I think Bruno and whoever Casemiro or whoever
Mm,
cannot cannot like cannot. I feel like that's when Verts will get his first goal contribution. If they do that, Verts will get mark this. If Manchester United do their same midfield two of Bruno and Casemiro, Florian Wirtz will get his first goal contribution for Liverpool. Take that to the bank. Take that to the bank. I'm gonna clip this too. Take that to the bank.
Okay.
Let's go through a quick recap. We'll just breeze through. Barcelona also going through what Liverpool went going through as well, with losing to PSG in the Champions League,
Mm,
to a depleted PSG. No Dembele, no Giamens, no. I mean, who else? Dembele, Giamens, no Vichak Kvaratskhelia, no Due, no Fabian Ruiz, I believe.
mm.
No Marquinhos, and they still went to Camp Nou and got a win. Yamal started on fire, then Nuno
Plateaued.
Mensch killed that. And I thought it was cool to see Gonzalo Ramos's goal because I mentioned weeks ago when Barcelona played Rayo Vallecano, and I'm like, oh, Rayo Vallecano may have cracked the code where they'll just leave a player offside and play through the wings, and so that the player becomes onside when it's level with the ball,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how they scored the last goal. So, and Sevilla did that a bit this past weekend too. They beat Barca 4-1.
Damn.
The game was closer
The
than
scoreline.
the scoreline, but Sevilla definitely deserved to win. Alexis Sanchez scored for
Mm.
Sevilla and celebrated against his former club.
Hold that.
That was interesting, but yeah, it was. I mean, Marcus Rashford, I think, is he scored for Barcelona and he's picking up form. That's his eighth goal contribution in his last 7 games.
Wow.
So he started off rough, but now he looks like he's settled in. So tough times for Barcelona. We love to see it. AC Milan Juve was kind of like a deadlock. It was 0-0.
Classic
Pulisic,
Italian.
yeah, Pulisic missed the penalty. Could have won it for them.
Oof.
Leao came on. He still looks a little rusty. Like doesn't have his shooting boots yet, but very good. And Harry Kane can't stop scoring.
Yeah,
He can't
that's
stop scoring. I don't know what's going on. Well,
he's
I do know what's
annoying.
going on.
It's annoying. But that's who he is.
Yeah,
That's just who he will always be.
yeah.
Um,
You know what I think? I think Harry Kane is a wonderful striker, a wonderful, wonderful striker. I think he needs a statement game in his resume. I don't think he has, a
oh, to
final.
the world? No, not to the
Yeah,
world. To the world. Yeah, I don't think the globe. I mean, everybody recognizes the amount of how prolific of a striker he
yeah,
is. But when the whole world's watching, there have been moments where uh, he's kind of not.
yeah. He hasn't done
He's
anything
brown
those
his
those.
brown the white. So
Yeah,
like, I don't think. I think that you make a great point. The world's waiting for that. If Bayern does do bits in the Champions League, that would be his moment because even though they won the league, and I think he won the cannon or whatever they give out
yeah.
there.
I think he smashed it. Like
Yeah, like
it was even close.
wasn't even close. So like that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I think even for England too. Like you think about the finals that England has played, where he has no goals. You think about
He's missed
the missed
penalties.
penalty against France in the World Cup. Like I think for his talents and for his goals, he's missing that. Just a couple statement games. Like oh yeah, remember that game? Like think about all the strikers.
Yeah,
Think about like the Lewandowski's, the Benzemas, the Suarez's. All these guys.
all the nights.
Haaland, even like all these guys where they have that game. He was crazy. He doesn't have.
Unbeatable on his night.
Yeah, he doesn't have that night. But
He does have an inevitability about him. Like
mm-hmm.
when we conceded the penalty against Bayern, I mean,
Yeah,
well,
it
what
was
a
a
way,
wrap.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah. Do you see Olise and somebody were just they weren't even by the box running in for a rebound. It was
yeah,
just like,
it's
yeah,
gone in.
that's plus one. Um, but speaking of Kane and players that are on form, strikers that are on form, Mbappe, like I've mentioned multiple times this season, he's been on a mission. Haaland is doing his things. You guys, let me know or let us know who do you guys think is the best player in the world right now? Mbappe, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland. What do you guys think? What do you think?
What?
Are you
Sorry.
saying it's Cole Palmer?
I was,
Is that what you're
I,
doing?
I was just a little bit chilly. That's all.
Is that what you're doing?
I was cold.
Okay. Just
Um,
I don't know what you're doing there. I
I
just wanted to
just
check.
was just a little bit chilly. But
Um, then,
between Mbappe
mm-hmm.
and Haaland, you say?
Haaland, Mbappe, Kane.
Mm, if I were building a team, hmm, right now,
Right now, this season.
this moment, in this moment, I believe it. Uh, that
I'm gonna have to push you for an answer.
Mbappe would probably be.
Okay. I
Um,
was about to see where our relationship was gonna
mhm.
stay.
Like just in terms of the right now form,
Yeah.
I think Kane is just we don't know when Father Time's going to hit, and the pace is already gone.
Oh, yeah, it's been gone.
So
Yeah.
Haaland, isn't as versatile. He's a great target man, but he's not really a link up.
Yeah.
Not really offering.
I'll give I'll give Holland a shout out though. I think his link up, his back to goal play has improved this season.
Okay.
I think of his goal against Arsenal, like all that back to. He wasn't doing that last season or the season before, where he would drop off and spin off and take off and holding the ball and obviously he doesn't need that many touches to score, but I think the other parts of his game are developing because you forget he's young too.
Yeah, no, he's very young. Shout out Julian Alvarez though. These three
Oh my god.
top players in the world right now.
Yeah. He's. Let's not go back there. What he did to my team. Let's not go back there. He's cold. He's definitely a Ferrari in the hood.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think I agree with you. I think out of all of them, I I think just doing it in Real Madrid shirt does kind of like tilt the scale a little bit. But
What about Dembele, who just
yeah, I mean, but this season,
yeah.
since the start of the season, is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay. Fair.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you guys think we're missing somebody else out,
Shout him out.
shout him out. Olise has been cold. Yamal started pretty decent. Um, Vinicius is getting back to his best. He's not there yet to his best. But I think those three standouts for me. Let me know if I'm missing anybody. IQ, finish up. You have something?
I just wanted to touch on real quick the Champions League matchup last week, Chelsea versus Benfica.
Yeah.
Jose coming home to the bridge.
That was a good game. I think Benfica played well too.
It was a good game. Benfica played well. What I thought was a touch of class was just, I think the fans cheered Jose, but they also, Enzo had received hell from Benfica fans. They pelted him with bottles and whatnot. Mourinho quickly told the fans to cut that out. Lost gracefully as well. There was no big hullabaloo. It was just nice to see him. It was nice to see him.
Your guy.
And it's nice to get a favorable result. So
yeah,
but that's really all. Excuse me. Another red card in that game. I was
João Pedro. That was unfair.
Yeah, it was a little bit harsh.
The second
same
yellow
could be said about Enzo Maresca's red card this week.
I didn't know you get yellows for that.
You do, but we have a disciplinary problem. I said it 3 weeks ago. That was two red cards ago.
That was 2 red cards ago.
So, and one of our gaffer has been sent off. He'll be off the pitch for Nottingham. So, it's something we need to work on. It's something I saw coming as well when we signed Joao Pedro and everybody. I was like, these guys are
hotheads,
tempestuous. So
tempestuous is a good word.
Yeah, a lot of South American ballers, but there's two sides to that coin.
Yeah. I think it sounds like, remember when Arsenal went through that? Was it last season or the season before? I think it was last season where they were just getting Declan got a second yellow for kicking the ball. The same with Trossard and so on and so forth.
Yeah, everybody's got something to say, and in the Prem, you have to have the captain's ban to even speak to anybody.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's an immediate yellow.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you speak Portuguese, whatever. Yellow, straight.
So yeah.
Anyway,
I thought it was unfair though.
Yeah,
he wasn't taunting. He didn't run across the I guess
Yeah,
technically he
we
left
ha-
his technical
we have Ajax
spot.
on the horizon. It's a must-win game. Um, I mean, up front, we're probably starting Tyreek George or.
The Lapon be ready?
I don't believe so. That's a significant hamstring. I've heard like promising things like, oh, it might not be as long, but
Then
I've
don't
also
start
heard 2026, like beginning of
it.
2026. I've heard
Yeah,
promising things. Just real quick, Fafana's coming back. Chaloba will come back. Backline's going to get healthy for those games coming up, which is great. But the lap's going to be out until 2026. Colwell's timeline has been expedited. We think that he might come back before the end of the season, but again, I'm not holding my breath. I
and
just
Cole
want him to
Palmer
come back
healthy
the
and whole.
same.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
Cole.
Cole, it's been kind of quiet. We don't know like a consistent timeline, but we're hoping 3 weeks, 4 weeks. With Esteval playing the way that he's playing, just have to hope that tactically we get it right so we
Right,
can
and
get him shining. And everybody's going to do bits because he's a hard player to replace.
for sure. And speaking of, we have so Rudiger's still out. Trent is out now. Carvajal is out, so we don't have a right back.
Mm.
So guess when we don't have a something, guess who fills that void?
Camavinga.
No,
Chouameni.
no,
Valverde.
Valverde. Valverde. So Valverde's playing right back. Jude is getting back slowly. Interesting that he didn't start the last game, but started the derby, which made my point. Like he wasn't ready to start.
Yeah.
But you can see like he's getting back to his best. So love to see it. Vinny had a statement game, and Mbappe scored again. Um, so all is well again in Madrid after a very spooky weekend last weekend.
What's going on with Hendrick? Is he part of
I don't know. I
the?
don't understand. I think that um, I don't know what. I know he was hurt during the Club World Cup and
Mm,
stuff, and he's just got back fit a couple weeks or months ago. The beginning of the season, I think he got back fit. He was given the 9 jersey, I'm like,
that's a lot.
okay, like
Heavy.
they have plans for this boy, but he's not even getting a look in. I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's. I mean, based on the games from last season, I think that his decision making is definitely an issue. He he decides to shoot from once he crosses the half and he takes one touch, he's trying to shoot. He doesn't care where he is.
Yeah.
So maybe decision making is something to work on. I know obviously his left footed it can be used off the right too. So um, he's clearly not been trusted yet, but it's a long season, a lot of games.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's patient enough and it can't be easy. I'll be fuming. But hopefully if he's patient enough. Rodriguez guys come out to say some nice things about like, him going through a tough time and
Mm,
Ancelotti helped him and he doesn't care where Jabi uses him and whenever he wants him, he's
there you
ready and
go.
brought to wear the shirt, saying all the right things. So I hope that rubs off on Andrick as well. But it can't be that easy to just sit and not play in this game.
Yeah.
It can't be easy. But we'll see. We'll see. Long season ahead.
Mm-hmm.
IQ finish of the week. Caicedo's goal against Liverpool.
Next question.
No, hang on. Bruno G scored a nice goal against um, Forest. Ekator, I think is how you say his name for Genoa against Napoli. Nice little. Remember was it a World Cup or a Euro? I think it was against Sweden that Danny Welbeck scored like that flick behind the flick. It was
Mm.
yeah. It was something like that. It was a decent goal against Napoli. But Nuno Men scored a brilliant free kick for PSG against Lille. If you haven't seen on it for me, Caicedo was winning it until Nuno Mendes did that. I will have you look it up. I will have you look it up. Let me know what you guys think. But for me, Nuno Mendes' free kick against Lille was my goal of the week, personally.
I mean, who's Leo? Where are they? Where are they in the?
No, the goal of the week, not the.
Where are they in the table?
I'm Lille's a decent team. Giroud is doing bits for them. Ethan Mbappe scored in that
All right.
game,
All right. I just saw the goal.
and
It's a nice goal,
okay,
but everyone was stopped. Caicedo from open play. I just But no, he's right. That was a brilliant free kick. You guys all need to go take a peek,
Yeah.
especially the player to do that as fullback. I mean, that's
Yeah. I didn't know he had that in him.
yeah, that's pretty
I
pretty
didn't know.
impressive.
Who knew?
Pretty impressive, but
Okay, let's give them co-winners. Caicedo.
I just I
Caicedo
listen.
and Nuno Mensch
We've taken as in this Caicedo fan club, we've taken a lot of
in the
abuse
beginning.
in the
No, no,
beginning,
no. You guys bought the dip.
and
You bought the
people
dip.
have been ruthless. And not, like I said, a lot of those people were red. So to have them be front row on what we saw this past weekend was poetic justice. And I'm not gonna be silent about it anymore. Moises Caicedo is him.
Nah, he's
Him and Palmer, Esteval, and Reece James. There's not a dollar amount that could be offered that would make
yeah. I
sense to
think
part with those players.
yeah,
They're that good.
yeah. I think so. I agree with you.
But
I agree
anyway,
with you. I agree with you. I agree with you.
50-50. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, 50-50. Okay. Let us know what you guys think. IQ player of the week, Caicedo again because of that performance. I think
Immense.
he played well against Benfica as well. So, I mean, he always has a good game. Um, Mbappe scored a hat trick midweek, scored again. Haaland scored two winners in two games
Damn.
for Napoli.
New man. No
No
acne.
acne.
Fresh
No acne.
face. Like
No
Him
acne.
and Scott McTominay, new man.
Nah,
And you
nah.
can even add like, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy what that Syria A glow up does.
Yeah.
Northern England to Naples
Naples?
is a glow up. I
Yeah.
mean, massive level up. So
Yeah.
credit to him. We all thought he was the problem. No.
Yeah. I was going to, honestly, I didn't like, it goes back to that big chance analysis I was doing a couple of weeks ago where, like, strikers will players, good players, will miss chances. You just need to give them more. So when he missed like the one chance a game, obviously he's no, I'm not excusing him, right? But obviously his confidence was getting lower and lower and lower because
Yeah.
you just get one chance and you miss it and put
Yeah.
pressure. But there's no room to grow. And I know a lot of old United players have said like they were just thrown in. You had no one to learn off and stuff like that. So
Yeah. We did the same thing to Nico Jackson. I
yeah,
think different player, different attributes and whatnot, but quite literally, we just threw him in there.
yeah,
We peppered him with opportunities and chances, but there are a lot of games where maybe there were like two or three
yeah.
big
And
moments,
you need to
and
take.
he missed both of the moments.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to think to damn somebody for that, but it's the Prem,
Yeah.
and it happened in the highest profile moments. Doesn't matter, in Syria. I'm not making light of the league, but you lose to Cremonese or Udinese, or not lose, but you miss a shot, a chance against them. There'll be 3 or 4 more before the
Yeah.
end of the game. Sometimes, if it's not just a defensive masterclass of a game, you can go again. So,
But he's doing it in Europe too.
exactly in the Champions League,
Yeah.
which is
It's
impressive.
kudos to him. He's slapping the badge right. That boy is not coming back
He's
to
not coming back.
Manchester.
No, sir.
He's not going back.
No, sir.
Anthony's not coming back. None of these guys are going back.
They're gone.
None of them are
They're-
going back.
they're-
Wait. I don't know why I just spaced out. Jadon Sancho signed for.
Why am I blanking? I want to say he went to Turkey. No,
No, he's in the Prem.
Is he Villa?
No, he's not Villa. Because I'm like, I haven't seen him play since he left. I can't remember where he went to, but none of these guys are going
Yeah,
back.
he's on Villa. He's at Villa on loan.
He's at Villa?
Yeah.
Wasn't he at Villa? Oh, I'm thinking Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's at Villa.
Yeah, he's Villa on loan.
Yeah, he is at Villa. I was thinking Marcus.
They targeted him after they weren't able to get Rashi.
Yeah.
But I think Sancho's paying a port. I'm not sure what's happening. I don't think he's actually paying anything. I think United's paying. But yeah, it's all those players are.
You know the crazy thing? Sancho will fit the 210 system very well right
Yeah.
now.
At United,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's
it's too
the
late.
bridge is burned there
Bridges
for
burned for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
Um,
Well, so you want to give it to Haaland just cause
for what?
for IQ Player of the Week? I'm just playing.
Just cause.
I'm just playing. If anything, Mbappe should win it. If we're being real, if
If
we're being real, Mbappe should win IQ Player of the Week. But I'm gonna let your boy have this one. I'll let your boy have this one.
listen, man,
I'll let your
people have
boy
been
have this
saying like Caicedo's in form. This isn't form. This is just who
one.
he is.
People saying it's so me. I would never lie. He's him. He's
When you look at
cold.
yeah, when you look at, I mean, I'm because right now I'm trying to think because this isn't the first time we've had a player like of this position
Yeah,
to be the most important player on our team, but it's different this time in terms of what he offers.
yeah.
He's like the best parts of N'Golo Kante and the best parts of like Michael Essien in the terms.
He has some John Obi Mikel in
He
him
has a
too.
little bit of Obi Mikel in him as well.
That pass to Latvia was John Obi Mikel.
Yeah, he's got some of that. He's got some of, I mean, Conte because he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's got the shot power and the accuracy
Mm-hmm.
of Essien. He's strong like a bison, like Essien. I mean, he's just he's a little bit of everything. So really, really pleased.
Really pleased. Well, that's the show. We have international break again.
Lesotho on Thursday.
What do you say?
I said we have
Lesotho on Thursday. Yeah,
Lesotho.
yeah. I was gonna say we're playing Lesotho. Then on the 10th, then Benin Republic. We as in Nigeria, by the way, we're playing Lesotho away. Then Benin or Benin, not Benin. Benin on Sunday, I think, the 14th. Um, I mean, my hopes up. I'm not even. I'm not even going. I'll watch the game just because for the love, but I'm not. I don't have any hopes.
Shout out Victor Osimhen for what he did in the Champions League.
Yeah, against Liverpool.
But yeah, would love to see that um, when it matters in green and white.
In green and white,
Yeah.
yeah.
So.
And happy Independence, Nigeria,
Oh yeah,
on the
yeah,
October 1st.
absolutely belated.
Happy birthday,
Mhm.
Nigeria. And yeah, that's it for me.
That's
Anything for
it.
you?
That's it. Just yeah.
Congratulations again on your
Thank
personal
you. Thank you.
championship. This man
Thank
was
you.
drinking out of the trophy. I'm like, yo, chill,
Yeah, we
bro.
took the trophy out.
Chill. I'm like,
Almost
yo.
got to Magic City, but it was a school night,
It was a
so
school night.
I took it home. Took it home.
All right, man. That's the show. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your support and catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.